plants in. They see amazing results, which is why they've made it available for us to be able to buy and have at home as well. It's brilliant.
And if you are new to YouGarden, we would love you to try it. You know, give it a go, see what a difference it makes to your plants. And whenever I'm planting something new on my borders, I always mix a bit of this in around the plants. And you know, my garden's it's only 3 years old, but things are really thriving. And don't forget, with every order, you'll also get your free crocus. That was my little move there. YGTV38. You need to put that promo code, that offer code, in your basket, and it unlocks all the offers, including your free crocus, worth £9.99.
Lovely.
Right.
Where are we going?
I'm thinking, do we need to remind you of that plant of the month really quickly? And the agapanthus.
Oh, let's do agapanthus then.
Yeah,
they're so pretty. Known as the African lily. Wow.
Yeah.
They're stunning, aren't they? You can see where they're fireworks.
The original, I think I've seen these originate in South Africa as well. Yeah. But it's this variety that's really special. Cauliflower, it's a little bit more compact. The white with that gentle purple.
It's such a lovely colour combination, isn't it? And I said it before, it's a showstopper. It's a real head turner. It's one that will bring you loads of joy. Giving you, I mean, July, August, September, you know, it's a good summer flowering plant. Perennial, going to come back for you year after year. It will multiply as well.
It will more stems. The older it gets,
absolutely.
More stems, more flowers. 561028.
But if you've got a smaller garden, or you want to, you know, this is a great variety to go for because it's a more compact version. Sure. Some of those agapanthus out there get a metre 20 in height and a really big spread on those. These stay more compact at about 50-60 centimetres in height. And
we've literally just taken this from the nursery, because our potting shed right now, which is where we broadcast from, it's a beautiful potting shed, but it's right in the middle of our 11-acre nursery in YouGarden. They send out millions of orders every single year. They're a huge company. Because virtually everything's grown on site, it is amazing quality, and everyone keeps a real eye on it. Delivery is really fast. We say 5-7 days, but sometimes you even get it the next day.
Yeah, I did.
We don't guarantee that, but normally 5-7 days. And all the packaging is fully recyclable as well. So the nursery does its best to be as good as it can environmentally wise as well. But they're just a great deal. Normally, they're £10 each. We're doing 3 for £14.99, £5 each. Hello to everyone that's joining us live on YouTube, Facebook, and of course on YouGarden.com as well. But we've got the best plant of the month. Well, sorry, plant of the week.
Plant of the week,
We did actually, this is the truth, we actually had this about a month ago as a plant of the month, and it sold out. So we've brought it back for the first time today as a plant of the week, and it's a pansy cool wave.
We haven't been able to get it before now, unfortunately. We were supposed to bring it back a couple of weeks ago, and we couldn't because we couldn't get it in, but it is now here. So we know this one's going to go absolutely crazy. You're going to go for this one.
And if you're watching live right now, I would get it today, because we're going live this Sunday now as well, 11 till 2, and tomorrow 10 till 12 and 2 till 4. But honestly, I would grab this while you can, while the stock's here. It's going to be really nice and warm next week, so if you're making up hanging baskets, pots, refreshing things, next week is going to be a great day to be out in the garden. It's about 20 degrees in a lot of the country all week next week. So we've certainly got our Indian summer. But why is it the best pansy in your opinion, Bex?
Okay, well, there's a couple of different reasons why, okay? So, first of all, it's winter hardy, down to -25. You're not going to have to worry about this one at all. You're going to get months of glorious colour out of this, right the way from now all the way through to, May next year.
So about 9 months?
Yeah, about 9 months of colour you're going to get from this plant, which is amazing over the coldest, darkest, dullest of days. You can have these little rays of sunshine either in your hanging baskets, because these have a lovely trailing, kind of gently cascading effect.
So you can see that they don't trail like your petunias would, but they do gently trail and cascade, and it softens the edges of pots. It makes
borders even. You can use it on borders. You could use it as ground cover in your borders as well. Give you that lovely softening if you've got some hard edges going on. Window boxes, I think it'll look absolutely brilliant in as well. I think people are going to be multi-ordering this, even though this is an amazing deal with a buy one get one free. You're going to want to multi-order this, aren't you?
You might, and a lot of you were multi-ordering earlier. You really did. So this is the top seller by far. So buy 10, get 10 free.
Yeah, and that's that you're looking at there, by the way. You can see those are the 2 packs there.
Bear in mind, when you put that offer code in, you'll also get £9.99 worth of your crocus bulbs as well. So there's our baskets. So I would definitely start your basket like that. But so far, we're only spending $14.99 with no delivery. If you add items in there that do have a delivery charge, you will only pay the delivery on the heaviest or the most expensive item. So, you know, do bear that in mind. But right now, that's what we've got. So we've added in our compost. We've still got free delivery, actually, right now, because they're all free delivery. But if you want to save more money, there you go, save a further £4 by becoming a YouGarden Discount Club member. And that can cost you £5 on auto renewal for the year. So, right, now these stocks, these were a top seller, weren't they? These are absolutely gorgeous. And they are coming up in a few moments' time. In fact, in 3 seconds' time, 2, 1, let's go to them. Because honestly, Bex and I were both saying the colour palette on these is absolutely divine. And they're called vintage. They're really classy, these, aren't they?
I adore these colours. You know, you've got that really deep kind of regal purple colour in there. And then you move into the more pastel-y lilac colours and the blush pink and the deeper pink and that like lovely creamy white.
I was going to say it's like a vintage white, isn't it?
Vintage white, yeah. I love that colour mix. I think it's kind of high-end designer looking.
Oh, it's good. I think if you've got a country cottage kind of look to your garden, wonderful.
It's a great colour scheme. Like if you filled an entire border or bunch of pots with that colour mix.
Oh, it'd be
wow.
amazing.
Yeah, I think that's really, really pretty. These are a more compact version of, stocks that you will find out there. We're talking about maybe 30, 40 centimetres height and spread here. So a bit more compact, but it's going to be densely packed with those flowers and the wonderful fragrance that you get from stocks. That is one of the reasons that we go for these.
And these are hardy annuals, aren't they?
They are hardy annuals, yeah, absolutely. So this is why, so these are going to flower for you. They're in flower, but they're going to flower during the summer months next year for a decent amount of time as well. But now's the time to plant them because they're going to get in the ground now. They're going to form those really strong roots. The ground is in perfect condition. As you say, we've got a bit more warmer weather coming in, towards the end of September and into October, which means that they're going to, they're going to get some really strong root systems going on. And that means you're going to steal a march on next year. It means you're going to get earlier flowering stocks than you would if you waited until next year to plant.
I can see why they were another top seller earlier today.
Yeah, you really can.
And they are, look, double up. So 10 plants for £9.99. Postage is included, or if you double up, it's only another £5, and you're going to get 20 of those. And they're all garden ready, hardy annuals. Amazing deal. 20 plants that Bex has got right now for just £14.98. 410015. Now, something that I'm not as familiar with, and I'm quite an experienced gardener. I don't claim to be an expert, but I know a thing or two about plants.
Done a bit of gardening in your time, haven't you?
Yeah, for many years. Yeah. And I run a garden club in our village. We get speakers there once a month. But I've never grown these. Yeah, no, you like these, don't you?
I think they're beautiful.
I love the foliage.
The foliage is really pretty, and you get these wonderful fuzzy pink flowers that come up and they rise up out of this foliage. There's another picture we're going to show you in a minute that you're going to absolutely adore when you see these. Okay, they are perfect for pollinators. The Royal Horticultural Society have given them that badge of honour as well. They are winter hardy, down to about -20. You get months. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the picture.
Nice.
Look at that. Look at those stems that are rising up, and you've got that fuzzy foliage on the top. It looks like clouds of pink.
I don't know why I've never grown them.
They're so pretty. I've seen them out and about.
And what sort of position do they like, Bex?
They don't mind part shade.
Okay.
I mean, sunshine's fine, but they don't mind part shade either. June, July, August, September, you're going to get them. They're a more compact. So there's different forms of thalictrum, and this is a more compact form of thalictrum, about 50 centimetres in height.
So if you've got a smaller garden or front of the border, perfect.
Yeah, definitely. And they spread by about 25 centimetres.
And they are obviously perennials, come back year after year.
They are perennials.
And are they herbaceous? Do they die down during the winter?
A little bit. I think the stems die down a little bit over the winter, but you'll keep a bit of foliage on there throughout there, potentially.
The leaves remind me a bit of Corydalis.
They do a bit,
Yeah,
don't
the
they?
leaves do, not the
I
flowers.
planted the Corydalis earlier this year, actually. The Corydalis being that one with the red stems on it and the blue flowers.
The blue heron is often
and you can kind of see that, can't you, from the foliage that's on here.
But the flower's completely different.
Yeah, I think that it's the clouds of that kind of fuzzy pink bit that you're getting up the top there is going to be absolutely amazing, isn't it? It creates a really nice contrast in your mixed borders as well. I think with I think it's those clouds of the pink that creates that lovely contrast with other flowers that you'll get.
I love those.
They're really pretty, aren't they?
Yeah. By the way, if you want to be part of the show, you can message via YouTube Live and Facebook Live as well. Stuart is our head of technical. He's a bit of a genius, isn't he?
He is. Annoyingly so.
Yeah, he'll pass comments on to us and things like that. Yes.
He knows so much. He knows so many things, doesn't he?
He does.
He's got a really good memory.
Yes. But anyway, he can multitask as well.
Where are we going?
So if you want the little pinky there, absolutely gorgeous. Now, something that I am very familiar with.
Oh, the choicea.
Yeah. I've got one of these in my garden. I absolutely love it for many, many reasons. But you're going to get 3 today, and the price is under £15, so you're saving £15. I just think this is one of the best evergreen shrubs that you can have in your garden.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty, isn't it? I really like it. It's winter hardy as well, so it's not one that you need to worry about. Down to about -10, it's going to be absolutely fine. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, proven performer. They've tried it, they've tested it. There's nothing for you to worry about. It's going to give you year-round interest here as well. You get these lovely kind of star-shaped flowers on there that have a nice light scent to them as well. Nice and compact and slow growing. This isn't going to take over.
It's not an invasive shrub.
No.
It's nice and slow growing. I always think choices grow really neatly as well.
Yeah, actually, they don't need much trimming, do they? Like you can prune it to trim it to the shape that you want, but because it's not invasive, because it doesn't like take over, it grows naturally into a nice kind of shape, doesn't it?
And the flowers are gorgeous, but the scent is amazing.
It's kind of an orangey scent, isn't it? That's why it's called Mexican orange. That's its kind of other name. Yeah, it's honestly, really, really pretty.
They are fabulous to have in the garden, and they're so easy to grow. I've got mine in, it's a fairly sunny spot.
Right. I don't think it has to be in sun,
no,
though,
I don't think mine's fairly sunny. Some sun.
I think this is one that you can have in either sun or shade, and it's still going to do absolutely fine. One for pollinators, though, as well.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to absolutely adore that sort of May, June time, isn't it? The flowers come on there. They're going to adore that one.
Yeah, and you will love the fragrance. You really will. They are gorgeous. Honestly, oh, my word, postage. I've just realised postage is included on these as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is a really good deal, actually, because it's basically
really
half
good.
price, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, fully hardy, planted right now.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look how strong and healthy that is. You can tell, can't you, by like the colour of the roots, by the root formation, the thickness of the stem. Yeah, that is ready to go into the ground and give you so much joy on that one.
And it really is a very easy shrub to grow, low maintenance. You might, at this time of year, plant it in a pot with some winter bedding, like your Pansy Cool Wave, and do some lovely displays. Because it is evergreen, so those leaves will stay glossy and beautiful all year round. It's a great
do you know what? The leaves are fragrant as well.
Yeah, they are a bit, aren't they?
So you crush the leaf, I'm just squeezing it, and it's supposed to be a bit reminiscent of basil, but it's got a bit of a citrus. It's nice. A citrusy basil, isn't it?
That's really nice. Mm.
Yeah, it smells really nice. It's lovely.
Honestly, that is such a good buy for those. And you are saving £15 on this Wednesday afternoon show.
That's pretty, isn't it?
It's really pretty, gorgeous.
The leaves are really glossy and green. I like that.
Honestly, I think they're a great shrub to have. Cannot recommend those highly enough. And that price is amazing. Brand new for this Wednesday afternoon, 511457. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that's watching us again. It gets real regulars now and new viewers. Every show that we've done is a bit busier, and not just the live streams. A lot of you do watch us and catch up. All the shows now you can stream later on YouGarden.com as well. But we've also got our English lavender next on a buy one get one free. So yes, buy one, get one absolutely free on these.
2 of these, 2 2-litre pots, which is absolutely incredible. There is for actual ideal planting time, there's a small window of opportunity with your lavender. It's either sort of now, October, September, October
now's a great time,
or March, April time.
I mean, the trouble is, if you plant, you can plant certain things in the middle of the winter, but lavender, you really don't want to be planting it on a really cold day where the ground's rock hard or the ground's really waterlogged. Plant it now, let it get established. And the ground's really warm at the moment.
This is the good thing. So if you've got 2 windows of opportunity, either now or March, April time next year, the beauty of doing it now is we're more guaranteed of what the weather is going to do right now. The ground is in perfect condition, but also you're going to get it established, which means that you will have a better plant next year, a bigger plant next year.
It'll settle.
Settle.
Yeah, the roots will already be a lot more established. And I don't know if it was a particularly good year for lavender, but mine was amazing this year. And yours wasn't it?
I love the lavender. That's something I feel like I have worked out. I know what I'm doing. The trick with lavender is to make sure you trim it down at the end of the season.
Yes,
sort of now time actually is perfect.
Don't let it get too woody.
If you trim it back to where the new growth has started to come through, don't go too far, but where the new growth has started to come through, you will be rewarded with
that
next year. If you don't trim it back, you'll get the gaps in it. It'll get long and leggy, and it just won't look very nice.
Is that your garden, Bex?
It could be. Honestly, my lavender looks amazing.
I know you've got a big area of lavender.
I'm patting myself on the back for that. Do you know what? It's my mum. She taught me. She taught me very well. She taught me how to do the lavender, so I feel like I know what I'm doing with that one.
I must admit, I learnt a lot of my gardening from my mum and grandma as well. My mum's still with us, and she still watches. So let's just remind, if you have just joined us, good afternoon. Welcome to YouGarden TV. My name's Shaun. I'm
Bex Edwards.
Bex Edwards, and
with
together.
An X.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Bex.
I always forget that. Yeah. Well, I don't forget it, but yes. Now you point it out. But anyway, we want you to save money. Loads of ways of saving money and getting great deals. The main one is get that offer code in your basket.
Yes.
Now, if you don't put it in there, and I placed 5 orders last week, 4 or 5, and one of them I'd had a glass of wine. It was late on. I was like, I think I'll go for soda, and I forgot to put the promo code in. And it was only when I'd completed the order I looked and thought, oh, that's more expensive than it should have been. I'd not put the offer code in. So you have to do that. Oh, and I was looking at where's my free crocus, and they weren't there either.
Well, so if you're buying the lavender, you wouldn't get the free one, would you? No. If you didn't put the code in, you'd only get one.
So all the offers unlock when you put that code in. So let's give you an example here. So we've been putting together baskets, easily done. So we've popped our compost in. You've noticed the Panzer Wave. There's the free ones, because we put the code in, YGTV38. What else did we get free? The stocks, we put 2 in, got an extra £5 off, so the price went down to £7.49. The lavender, we put 1 in, we got the free one, and with every order, as long as you put the discount code in, you will get your free crocus worth nearly £10. So, just looking there, there'll be a little reminder saying how much you can save if you join the club, and it's so easy. So we've just added the discount club there, the auto renewal one, which is £5 for the year. We'll auto renew at the end of that year, but you can cancel, of course. And suddenly we've paid £5 and we've saved another £7. So it's really worth joining the club. Loads of massive benefits. Delivery cost, whatever has delivery on it, say you've got several items and there's lots of delivery charges, whatever the highest delivery charge is, which maximum is normally £6.99 if it's something really big or really heavy, that would cover your entire order. So don't worry about lots of individual postage charge, you won't get that, just 1 delivery per order. So you can save loads and loads of money. Right, what else have we got for you here on YouGarden? This is rather gorgeous. We've got a citrus tree now, haven't we?
Yes, we have a citrus lemon for you now.
It's a really nice sample, isn't it?
Look at that. Hang on, I just need to check.
Yeah, we'll do, won't it?
Oh, my word. Here you go. Have a little smell of the leaf. So this is a beautiful.
It's like lemon. It's like lemon sherbet.
It's really sweet.
Yeah,
isn't it?
honestly, it's like lemon sherbet or a lemon bonbon.
I mean, let me show you. Let me show you the size of the pots that we're talking about here. So we are talking a really good quality, established, large plant. This is, what was it, 5 litre pot?
Yeah,
this one?
big 5 litre one.
Big 5 litre pot. It is going to be something you're going to need to protect from frost, okay? So don't be planting this out into the garden. You are going to want to look after this. Not a problem though, we've got pots on the show you could plant this in. In fact, we'll do it in a second, but one of our heavy duty pots, that will be absolutely amazing. This is going to give you lemons.
Yes.
You will be able to grow your own lemons.
Lemons that will go in your G&T.
G&T,
yes,
you can make lemonade with these, not a problem. This is going to last you for many, many years. You will get the wonderful flowers on here.
The lovely, really pretty white flowers,
really pretty white flowers that the bees and everybody are going to love. It's going to reach about 2 metres in height, a spread of about 1 metre on here as well. Cool. Honestly, this is going to last you such a long time. The blossom is fragrant as well. Go on, you were going to say something?
I'm just thinking that's a really good price for this size. It really is. It
actually is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really well established, say, citrus lemon tree. As Bex said, do protect it a bit over winter. It's particularly a harsh winter. If it's in a pot, it's so much easier to move it around, to put it in the greenhouse if you need to, or the conservatory, or just against sometimes if you've got just the side of the house, a little like sheltered corner.
Yeah.
It can make a difference. 1 or 2 degrees can make a difference. Is it harder to about -5 though, do you say, Bex? So a little bit less?
I think probably
a little bit less.
Yeah, a little bit less than that. I don't think you're going to want to get into minus figures with your lemon at all, which is why, as Shaun says, you're definitely going to want to put this into pots. Yeah. Because you can move it around easily, but that means you can also overwinter it very easily.
And I'll tell you what, if you're lucky enough to have a conservatory on orange, they're amazing.
I mean, and the smell that you'll get from this will be incredible. You're getting orangery, aren't you?
Well, I'm quite. It's a conservatory, yeah.
It's a massive.
I've never had one. I've never had a conservatory.
No, great.
Never,
why
but
not?
we're getting one. The main reason I want one is just to fill it with plants. So we'll be honest. And I'm not like.
Well, that's what I'm using my conservatory for. Yeah. Basically, I am using it as a greenhouse.
Yeah, posh greenhouse.
Posh greenhouse. That's exactly what I use mine for. So yes, grow it in pots. It is absolutely fantastic. This is the kind of pot that I'm talking about, and we have a deal on these. Buy 4 of them. But these are, professional kind of fruit growing pots. This is what the nursery grow their fruit trees and things in. And they do it because there are drainage holes in the bottom as well as the sides. They're really strong. The handles are moulded. Is that the word?
Yeah, and
they're moulded into the plastic.
Yeah, they're integral to the pot, so they're not going to just snap off anything like that.
Honestly, you cannot break it.
Honestly, we both use those every single time that we garden, and they are 011. You get 4 of those. But also, you've probably noticed, to my left, we have got the incredible Astrantia, and this has been a top seller for the past week or so, still selling really well. One of these for $6.99, but if you double up, we have got a deal where you get 2 of them for £9.99. Bearing in mind, you are getting your free crocus with every order as long as you put the YGTV38 code in your basket. Now, I haven't grown these. I've ordered them.
Did you order these ones?
Yeah, I ordered them at the weekend. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Probably because of you, actually, Bex.
Good.
No, it's true. I did. I've never grown them. I just fell in love with them, and I just thought, the size that you're getting for under £10 is amazing. Yeah. And these must look spectacular balls.
I absolutely adore them. I'm growing a variety of Astrantia. It's not this lovely red one though. Mine's a more creamy coloured one, but it's beautiful. And do you know what? It's an easy plant. I planted it out. I've got one in a sunny border, and I've got one that's more in the shady border, and they're both doing brilliantly. They don't mind sun. They don't mind part shade. So they're really kind of versatile plant in that way. They are winter hardy, so it's not one that you need to worry about at all. They're drought tolerant once they become established too. They're herbaceous, so they're going to die down, but then they're going to spring back into life for you. I kind of love the foliage on here. It's kind of lush and green, but then you get these lovely, and you can see why it's called sparkling stars, can't you? Oh, these star-shaped bursts of flowers that rise up out the top of that foliage, I think are really, really pretty. You can dry them. You can dry those flowers. You can cut them and dry them and use them for kind of, winter arrangements. How pretty will that be?
I just can't wait for mine to arrive. Mine may have arrived today, actually. Yes.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I did get, well, I think now I've had a notification, so I think I've placed lots of orders, but I think I'm hoping, the ones that
But it's that one.
Yeah, I'm hoping anyway. But just amazing value, and
that'll look nice.
Double up $9.99 for 2 of those in the big 2-litre pots as well, the 17-centimetre pots. A great price, but a lovely perennial that will come back year after year after year.
It's a long-lasting perennial as well.
Yeah.
Like it'll keep
and
coming back.
How the spread on those?
We're talking about, the same height as spread, really.
Yeah,
so
these
are a really decent height.
Well, they are. But also they're really big plant already.
They're supposed to reach about 60, 70 centimetres. And I'd say that is...
They're bigger, aren't they?
That's probably 50, isn't it?
At least.
So obviously we always give you approximations on size because it very much depends on climate and where you plant it and all the rest of it. But about 60 centimetre height, 60 centimetre spread.
They're gorgeous. Right. Quick reminder, the stocks are going crazy. Well done to everyone that's got these. It's the vintage collection. It looks to me like a designer collection. The colour palette is gorgeous.
Yeah.
A hardy annual, so pop them in the ground or your pots right now. And if you buy 10, you can actually double up for $14.98 and get 20. So 10 for $9.99. 20 of those for $14.98. And they are, you were saying, Bex, a bit more of a compact variety.
More compact variety of stock than other stocks. Beautifully fragrant. Great time to get them now. You want to be planting them now so that they can get really nicely established, so that you can have gorgeous flowers for such a long time next year. May, June, July, August, September. That is a long flowering, naturally sturdy, bushy and free flowering plant.
And then we also urgently need to go back to our plant of the week. By the way, do you have a shirt with a little...
I love it. I need to tuck this bit because it's not folded.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
I keep looking at it and thinking...
Can I not be like a semi-scruffy
I just wanted to touch your arms, that's all it was.
They're not that good. We're disappointed. I'd have tends to forget. I do need to get back in the gym probably.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, but I've been busy gardening, and that's a great form of exercise.
That is great exercise.
It's really good exercise. Right, got to go back to our plant of the week. Right, I think you'd be really silly to miss out on this.
Yeah.
We did a Pansy Cool Wave about 4 or 5 weeks ago, completely sold out. This is the first one we've had back since then. And it's 10 plants for $14.99. But if you put the offer code in your basket, you'll get another 10 absolutely free. I've grown these for about 3 years now, and I have never ever had pansy displays quite like this, because they just flower and flower.
They're amazing.
They are.
I've had pansies in my garden now for a couple of years, and it is incredible how they keep coming back. They are amazing. These, we believe, are the best sort of trailing pansy ever. And when we say trailing, we mean sort of gently kind of cascading over the edge of over the edge of your planters and your hanging baskets. In a hanging basket,
they really will just soften the edges and just drape over. The same in pots, but they really are garden ready. And I planted mine about 2 weeks ago, and they've already filled the pots. Now is a great time to get your winter bedding established.
It is.
But I don't know any other pansy that flowers like these do, producing thousands of flowers over 9 months.
Endless waves of flowers as well. And you don't really need to do anything to them either, do you? It's not like you need to go around and deadhead them and stuff. No. I think you can if you want to, but they just keep coming, free flowering.
I mean, if you can deadhead from time to time, it's going to encourage you more.
It's going to help, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have got away with periods of not deadheading, and they still keep coming,
Mine do. Honestly, to be honest, I ignore them. Mostly. Yeah. They hate it, but
they're easy to grab.
They just keep coming. Yeah. They just keep coming.
The one thing I will say, sometimes in the winter you forget to water, and it sounds daft, but on a really windy day in the winter, things can actually dry out. So just if it's particularly windy and dry, just keep an eye on that. Anything in the garden. You sometimes I don't need to water, it's winter, but
sometimes, and especially in baskets and pots and things.
And I do give them a little bit of food from time to time. You don't have to feed every week like you do in the summer, but Blooming Fast is brilliant for those.
Yes, I've still got some Blooming Fast left. I'll be all right.
Yes, I got my freebies a few weeks ago. Right, remember, they're flying, so you do need to be quick, because we're live this week on Sunday as well. So
yes,
11 till 2.
Please come and join us on Sunday.
Yeah, because if it's busy,
we get to come back every week.
Yeah. because at the moment we're Wednesdays and Thursdays, but if Sunday's busy live, we'll probably do it more often, won't we? It's up to you at home. So if you can join us on Sunday, make it busy. We get to be here 3 days a week, don't we?
I know, that'd be exciting.
Yeah. Right, that's your free gift, by the way. It's crocus, 40 of the mixed species crocus. Normally $9.99, you'll get them free with every single order. They are gorgeous, those crocus, aren't they? I tell you what else, you may have noticed, those of you that are eagle-eyed, because I know when I'm, I was on a holiday a few weeks ago and I was watching the show from Spain, and I was looking at the back of the set and thinking, oh, I like the look of that, I like the look of that. So you may have spotted our passiflora, the passion flower. We have got an offer on these, $14.99, or you can double up 2 for $24.99. And you look very nice, that drape around your head, Bex.
I was just thinking that, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice little headdress
like a
there.
little crown.
But aren't the flowers, I'm just going to bring that, look at aren't they absolutely amazing?
I love passion flower. It is one of my absolute favourite of the climbers. I think they are so pretty. Those flowers look almost unreal, don't they?
They are out of this world, aren't they? I don't know a climber that's hang on, let me get my teeth in, as exotic as a passion flower, as a passiflora. They are incredible.
But can we turn it to the side as well? Yeah. Because look at how that stands proud.
Got the stamens and everything.
I think that is just the prettiest thing. And look how many buds are on this as well.
This is covered.
This is absolutely covered. It's a really good established plant that we're talking about here. And it's in flower. As you can see, it's in flower now. And this happens from July, August, September time. And it reaches really big heights as well. We're talking height on this, probably it'll spread 3-4 metres by probably the same 2-3 metres as well. It'll cover a fence.
Honestly, my mum had hers for about, I'm going to say 10 years, and it was always in a pot.
Right.
And then when she moved, we put it in the ground, and it's covered, I would say, at least 3 full-size fence panels.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but honestly, it was in this small pot, and for years it was just compact, and we did put it in the garage because the garage had a window just to protect it over the winter. But we put it in the ground 2 years ago, and it stayed in the ground, and it's done amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, honestly, and I'll try and if we have this on the Sunday show, we'll bring in a picture.
Yeah, take a picture. That'd be really nice to see.
But it's unbelievable.
I'm trying to grow one of these at my fence at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully next year I'll be able to bring you an amazing picture of it. But it stays evergreen as well. This is the other thing about it. The leaves stay on there, don't they?
Yeah, actually.
I think the flower, obviously you lose the flowers.
It lost some of its leaves, but it did keep, you're right, it did keep quite a few of them. Again, it depends on temperature. Of course. We class them as hardy, but if it's a particularly bad winter, you might just want to protect the bottom of the plant with some fleece or something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
But we've actually put one in one of our tower pots. Now we haven't planted this in there. We literally just put it in the bottom to give you an idea what it looks like. But look at that.
I'm a big fan of the tower pots. I'll just lift this so you can see the base as well. Shall I just bring it forward?
Yeah.
So I adore the tower pots. I've got a couple of them myself. I've got one with a wisteria and one with a jasmine in. Maybe I should get another one with a passion flower in. But these are absolutely fantastic. So if you've got nothing for it to grow up, or you've got a smaller garden or a balcony or something like that, this is where these tower pots are absolutely amazing. They come in 4 parts. So you get the bit at the bottom. This bit clicks into the base. This bit clicks into that bit, and that bit clicks into here. Very, very simple bits. They just click in together. It can come apart really easily as well. And then when you plant your climber in here, and these are brilliant because they kick off these tendrils here, and it's these tendrils that start to wrap themselves. You can pull one round. Those tendrils there, they start to wrap themselves around things, and that's how it starts to climb up and around. I mean, it's so clever, but that's how it'll climb up.
And the great thing with this tower pot is that you can actually get your hand in there. So if you need to just give it a bit of helping hand. Yeah, just wrap it around certain areas. You can do that so easily.
It's plastic, okay, and that is great because did I knock one off?
You just lost a bud. It's very not.
It's plastic, so it is really good for moving around the garden. It's lightweight. It is UV stabilised. It's frost resistant, so that makes it much more easy for you to move around the garden. But the wonderful thing is you get this 360-degree display from this. So if you're looking at it from that side of the garden, it looks as good as if you're looking at it from that side of the garden.
It's a really, honestly, these displays,
they're so clever.
They are really, really nice. You know, I think they can look a lot more attractive than trellis and things like that.
Yeah.
And you've got them for life, you know, hopefully, because they're not something that's going to rot like a trellis will. And that's right. That's your.
That's my wisteria.
Yeah, in your tower pot.
Just taken. I took that picture just last Monday, so 10 days ago, when it was still sunny and lovely outside.
And don't forget, your postage for the tower planter will cover your entire order, so you will only pay one postage per order. Whatever the highest postage is, that will cover the entire order for you. And it's 130461. So I've just banged Bex's head. Are you all right?
Just headbutted your elbow, didn't I? Yeah, I'm fine. It's all good. Don't worry.
So what you don't sometimes see is everything that goes on behind the scenes. So. Right. Yeah, Barra. So I just, I was busy grabbing this and you were down there. But anyway, you're right.
I've got elbowed.
Anyway,
it's all good.
Lovely to have your company this afternoon. Thank you for watching YouGarden TV live on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on the YouGarden website as well. But we're going to move on to our next glorious item, which is the Trachelospermum. And we are doing 3 of these for $14.97. It's a triple deal. Yeah, they're normally $9.99 each. We are doing a deal today where you get 3 for $14.97. Now, I've got a similar variety to this.
Yeah, me too.
You got the white one,
I got the white one.
And it looks glorious. And these are evergreen, aren't they?
Evergreen, lovely, glossy leaves on here. They're actually around this time. Mine's starting to. It's kind of going bronzy.
A little bit ready, yeah.
A bit reddy, bronzy colour to the leaves on there as well. So it's just that extra little bit of interest going on. But yes, you've got an evergreen climber here. Relatively slow-growing climber as well, which is, I quite like that. I don't always want my climbers to fully take over.
Yeah, well, sometimes before you know it, they've covered the fence, and the fence is falling down because the weight of the climber is too heavy.
It's true.
So these are nice and relatively slow growing. I've got mine in a tower pot. It's about probably about 2/3 the way up now.
Okay, yeah, mine's about that. So I used to have the jasmine in the border, but it was in the wrong spot. It was too shady. So I planted it into a tower pot just earlier on this year. And it has really started, I can see the difference. I didn't get as many flowers from it. I think it's sulking because I moved it. And obviously, you know, I had to weave it in and out. So it was sulking a little bit. But next year, those flowers are going to be absolutely amazing. And the flowers you get on this one.
Yeah, because these are yellow, aren't they?
These are gorgeous yellow colour, and they are fragrant. The aroma that you get from a jasmine is just incredible. I think they look like Catherine wheels. I think they look like they're in movement, don't they? They look like they're spinning. It's a winter hardy plant, not one you need to worry about at all. I would suggest you need as much sun as possible here. Part shade, yes. Mine was in too shady an area.
It'll thrive in sun.
It will thrive. And you definitely want to plant it somewhere where you're going to be able to smell it.
And it is so nice to have an evergreen climber.
Yeah.
You know, most climbers, you know, the vast majority lose the leaves, just look like twigs in the winter. This is evergreen. Yeah, and the foliage is really nice.
You can tell with the foliage that this is going to be a more hardy foliage, can't you? Yeah. So, like with the passion flower, which, yes, it's going to keep some of its leaves on there, you can tell that this one's going to lose some of its leaves in comparison to this one, where it's going to absolutely stay on there and give you that year-round interest.
They are gorgeous.
Were you smelling it? Does it smell?
Yeah, not really.
Not too good. You need the flowers.
The flowers really do.
It's the flowers that smell amazing.
The leaves is no
real scent.
No,
the flowers are beautiful though, and that smell that you will get on a lovely summer's evening and it does flower for quite a long time. Sort of. I think mine started about May, June time, and there's still flowers on there at the moment.
Yeah, I must admit mine was sort of on and off all summer.
Yeah, but, I think you get waves of them, don't you?
Yes. But honestly, it's a lovely evergreen climber. You get a triple deal today for $14.97, and it's 550313. But we do urgently need to go back to one of the really, really popular items on this Wednesday afternoon show, and it is the Hibiscus Marina. And I mean, I love hibiscus, but honestly, the colour of this. I mean, you bought this the other week, didn't you?
I bought this. I'm so excited about this. I just think it's exotic and beautiful. Look at the colour of those flowers that you get in there. That really dark, purpley, magenta-y pink.
Just
and
divine.
Then the kind of veins of colour coming out into those lilac-coloured leaves. I think they're so pretty. And this bush, if you want it to, it's going to grow 2.5 metres height and spread. If you want to keep it a bit more more compact, you can put it into a pot quite happily. It's going to want a sunny aspect. You're definitely going to want as much sun on this as possible. For that reason, I will be planting mine into a pot because my borders are just a bit too shady. So mine's going in a pot so that I can give it as much sun as it can get.
And it will lose its leaves in winter, do not worry, because next spring it'll start getting all of the new leaves coming through and all the buds. It's a really good late summer, early autumn shrub. You know, I'm not being funny, but quite a lot of things look a bit past the best at this time of year. This doesn't. So as everything else begins to fade, this will just burst into bloom. There are some hibiscus that are not hardy. This variety is hardy. So we say at least -10, don't we?
Yeah, down to about -10. I mean, by all means, you know, if you want to protect it, and I think it's a really good habit to get into. Our head gardener, Peter, he was telling us, you know, just get into the habit of mulching everything. It is a great habit to get into.
Because you just never, ever know nowadays.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen, do we?
But because it is, you know, classed as hardy, it is covered by our lifetime guarantee. Yeah. So if you ever buy anything from YouGarden that's classed as fully hardy, it will be backed by a lifetime guarantee. If it dies, if it doesn't thrive, get in touch with us and we'll replace it. All you pay is your postage and packaging. So it just gives you that complete backup and peace of mind. And also, while so many of you are placing orders, don't forget to get your compost.
I need some more.
I've ordered some more. Hopefully it's arrived today with everything else.
Yeah, I need some more, particularly because I haven't planted my hibiscus yet because I've got no compost to put it in. The pot is ready. I just need some compost to put it in.
Right, so we've got the 2 50-litre bags back for you today. Postage is included. If you are a club member, don't forget, a lot of you now are discount club members. You will get 10% off this every single time you order. That's a saving of nearly £2.50 every time you order your compost, and you'll get your free crocus when you use the code YGTV38. But we sell, I mean, over the years we must have sold hundreds of thousands of bags, millions of litres.
The boss man here was saying that he did start adding it up, and he got to like multiple Olympic-sized swimming pools fit, and then basically gave up because it was so many. It was just crazy.
But it's over the years, and we worked together for many years on our previous garden shows, as many of you will know. YouGarden always provided the plants and the compost on our garden shows. Yeah. And this is the top seller, the highest rated product. Just to remind us, what's in it, Bex, and why is it so good?
A bunch of things, amazing ingredients in here. The little green balls, excuse me, those are the slow release fertiliser. So there's loads of those in there, feeding plants up to 6 months once you plant them in here. We've got a bunch of other ingredients in here that help to make up this wonderful texture. The texture being light and airy, which means that roots can get in here, that they can breathe, they can grow, they can spread, they can form a really strong root structure. That strong base is going to mean that we have healthier plants, bigger flowers, better fruits. We've got 3 different types of peat in here, black and white peat. It makes up less than 50% of the volume of the entire compost. The amount of that has been reduced over the years because obviously there's that environmental issue to deal with as far as that's concerned, but it's been replaced with amazing ingredients like the composted wood fibres, these bits of fibre that you can see running through it.
And I've mixed a lot of this here. I've got a few beds and borders that are not great. I've got a few clay areas. And mixing this in there has really made a massive difference.
I dig obviously we always dig a bigger hole than we need, but I dig an even bigger hole than I need because then I put more of this in around it, and that really helps.
It really does.
Because I've got horrible clay soil, and it really...
No, clay's good as long as you break it down.
You've got to break it down.
It's full of nutrients, but
and this is going to help. This does help it then to break that clay down and allows the plant's roots to grow.
It stops it being waterlogged in the winter and rock hard in the summer. 100125 for your premium professional compost. Postage included today. The RRP is £42.97. You will get this today for just $24.98. So what we're going to do, for those of you that have just joined us, a very good afternoon. Thank you for joining myself, Shaun, Ryan, and Bex. By the way, we'd love you to follow us on social media. Let us know what you've been buying.
Yes, please.
Share with us. It's a gardening community. So I'm Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man on Facebook.
And if you search Bex Edwards with an X, you should find me. Bex Edwards, My Garden.
Yeah, and also you can comment on the YouGarden website, and we obviously follow that as well.
Yeah, you'll find us through there.
Yeah, so we'd love you to be part of our gardening community, because here at YouGarden, our tagline is gardening for everybody. It certainly is. But let's remind you of what we've had so far on the show today. Right, the big star of the show is
Shaun
our plant. No, I'm afraid not. Far more beautiful than me. Far more reliable than me, and it is, of course, our plant of the week. Now, these are absolutely amazing, and I mean that hand on heart. This is what I grow now. It's my favourite pansy. It outperforms any of the pansy that I've ever grown because it flowers for up to 9 months of the year, which is amazing. And not only will it flower prolifically, it's harder down to -25. It cascades. So, very few plants in the winter trail. This very gently trails. So it's in a hanging basket. It just starts to creep over the sides and soften the edges. The same in pots and containers. If you put our offer code in your basket, YGTV38. You have to do that. I'm going to insist on it, because then you get an extra 10 free, and you'll get loads of other discounts on other items as well. So make sure you do that, and you'll also get 40 crocus bulbs absolutely free. But I'd get that today. Don't wait till the Sunday show, because we are live back on Sunday. Get it today, because the previous Pansy Cool Wave sold out. That was about 4 weeks ago. Then we had those amazing Agapanthus. Now, they're a little bit more compact, so rather than being, a metre tall, we're talking more about 60 centimetres. The colours on these are incredible. So maybe you've got kind of like the blue Agapanthus. These are white with a gentle kind of washing of a pale purple. So they're gorgeous. They do like a sunny spot. They like their roots hugged, so don't put them in a big open space. Put them in pots or put them in beds and borders where you've got other close plants surrounding them, because if they're in a tight space, they tend to flower a lot more readily. And we are doing an amazing deal on those, where you get 3 all in 9 centimetre pots for £14.99. And yours may arrive with buds and flowers on. They may not, some of them might, some might not, but you're guaranteed to have flowers year after year after year, pretty much, with these. Then we also brought you those wonderful stocks, and the stocks are also on a double up deal. So 10 plants for £9.99, but if you double up, you can get 2 gorgeous trays of those for £14.98, 410015. They're lovely. The colour palette on those is really sophisticated. If you like things that look really elegant and that kind of vintage feel, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Now, something that I haven't grown, but I'm really looking forward to growing, are these. And these are we call these the little pinky. So they are a perennial. They will grow to about 50 centimetres in terms of height. The flowers, I think, are absolutely gorgeous. The foliage is quite delicate looking. It reminds me a little bit of a Dalis, if you ever bought that from us, the blue heron. But the flowers on these stems look absolutely gorgeous. Bex, just want to check position-wise, sun and semi-shade?
Sun and semi-shade, yeah, not a problem. It is a small, it's a more compact variety of Thalictrum, reaching about 50-60 centimetres in height. But yeah, sun or part shade, not an issue there at all.
Brilliant. And they're only £14.99, saving £5 on those as well. And then, loads of you joining us, by the way. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And then one of the best buys, and I did order these on our last show, is the Astrantia. Now, 1 for £6.99. 2 for just £9.99. It's a herbaceous perennial. It will come back year after year. I would say middle of the border, so gets to about 67 centimetres. So middle of the border, well, depending on what size border you've got, but definitely there is some height to that. And they just are joyful. The flowers are pretty amazing, and I love the colour on those as well. 561036. Now, on our lavender, we are doing also an offer today. It's our English lavender. I've also got French lavender in my garden. I'll be honest, I find the English one a little bit more easy to grow. They like a sunny, well-drained spot. So do bear that in mind. You don't want them in a boggy area. They like sun, they like well-drained soil. It can be really poor soil. It doesn't have to be anything special, but they do like well-drained and full sun. And they just create the most amazing scents. You know, lavender, I mean, it's often used to help people and things like that. It's gorgeous. And when maybe if you've got a pathway and you've got lavender all the way down the path either side, walking down there will be an absolute joy. Not only that, nature in your garden, the bees, the butterflies, they will adore your lavender. I've got lavender, I've got 2 kind of raised beds in the front of my garden, they're kind of like formal beds, full of lavender with hedging around them, and honestly, the bees just dance all day. They really do. But buy one, get one free. So you're going to get 2 of the 2-litre pots of the English lavender, and that is 560369. And something that I absolutely love, and I've got one of these in my garden, it's a choice here. Why do I love these? Oh, so many reasons. First of all, they're evergreen. I always think if you've got too many deciduous shrubs in your garden, it can look really awful during the winter. These are evergreen. The leaves are really glossy, but the flowers are incredible. So these flower kind of early summer, like late spring, early summer. They smell divinely citrus, and you get masses. You kind of get like a carpet of white flowers. And honestly, they are one of the most beautiful fragrant shrubs I know. They are spectacular. Sun or semi-shade is going to be absolutely fine for that one. 511457. And then I just want to move on to bulbs, because don't forget, with every single order today, as long as you put the special code in your basket, YGTV38, you're going to get this. You're going to get 40 crocus worth $9.99. And that price, our price of $9.99, is pretty spot on.
It is, yeah.
I saw a big DIY store had 25 crocus for £6. So, we're giving you $49.99, but they're free as long as you put that code in your basket. If you don't put the code in, and one of my orders last week, I stupidly forgot to put the code in. Placed the order, confirmed it, then it came through, and I was like, hang on. I was like, that's not right. Where's my savings? Where's my crocus? I've forgotten to put the code in. So it does happen. So what I would always do is put your code in straight, build a basket, but the first item you put in there, put the code in, then you're covered, okay? Yeah. So you're going to get free crocus bulbs, but we have got some other glorious bulbs on the show, including the tulip double pink.
The double
I think we've got
pink.
to go for these, Bex, don't you?
I've got so many tulip bulbs, but I think I might be adding these in. Yes, these are gorgeous. They're known as the peony tulip, and you can see why, can't you, from that picture there. They have these gorgeous sort of cup-shaped double blooms on here. So it's not that traditional closed cup that you get from the tulip. This is a more open cup, that peony shape.
I just think it's just breathtaking.
You like the pink colour as well, don't you?
Well,
that pink is quite a nice pink.
Yeah, well, pink seems to be the colour of the year right now, but it's a light, gentle pink.
It's lovely, isn't it? Look at that.
It's really delicate.
It's a delicate, lovely, lovely colour. You're getting 20 of these bulbs included. Obviously, you can double up that deal as well, just for an extra £5 in there, and get 40 of those. I think tulips there's a few, isn't there? There's the daffodils, there's the tulips, there's the crocuses, but, there's these spring flowers that really do make us feel hopeful, because by the time these are starting to burst into life, we are done with the dark days, aren't we? We want to get out of those winter months and we want to get into the spring, and that is what tulips definitely signal to me.
And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes planting bulbs, sometimes I'm like, especially if you go
get it done.
Yeah, but it's so worth it, as you say.
It is.
In springtime, you imagine in April, the clocks will have changed, and we sometimes get great weather in April. Do you remember the first lockdown? April.
Oh my word!
April was amazing.
I had the best tan in April that I'd ever had.
Yeah, do you remember when we first went into lockdown? Yeah. April was just glorious sunshine. So you might be enjoying glorious sunshine, sitting in your garden with these tulips
looking at
surrounding
the tulips.
you. It's up to you, but I would definitely get those today.
Look at that.
And don't forget, if you double up 40 bulbs for $14.98. And our bulbs, just to point out, they're really big bulbs.
Oh, yeah.
They're not like, you know, sometimes you buy them from, you know, the supermarkets and you get a mixture of sizes. These are really big, and you won't find lots of soggy ones in there.
No, they're good. These are really, really good quality bulbs. It is all inspected for, you know, quality control. You can absolutely see the quality that you're getting there. All the packaging is recyclable as well, so this isn't a problem. You know, as a business, there is an effort to be more environmentally conscious. So look, you can just be guaranteed of the quality and of the customer service that YouGarden have. They do pride themselves on that.
Yeah, and every one of those bulbs has got the embryo of a tulip orgy in there. They just need planted. My golden rule is whatever size the bulb is, plant it 2 or 3 times its depth.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be too scientific.
I really don't.
I think people worry a bit too much, don't you?
I know. I've got one of those trowels that's got the measurements. My mum bought it for me. I love it. Never use it.
No, I don't. No. But you know, I always think the general rule is whatever size the bulb is, plant it 2 to 3 times its depth.
I normally go double the depth.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I go 2 to 3 times.
It's always worked so far.
But bulbs are really quite naturally, they do correct themselves. If they're a bit too deeply planted, they'll push up a bit. If they're too shallow, the roots will pull them down. So they do tend to, I think, honestly,
they sort themselves out.
They do. They really do. Right, more new things for you this Wednesday afternoon. Now, so I saw this eucalyptus and I was a bit like, love-hate, and I'll tell you why. Because I have got the biggest eucalyptus tree in my garden. You may have seen it on my social, and it's huge. Yeah. I love it.
I love it.
But it does need... It grows really quickly, and it does need chopping back every year or two. Yeah. Because it's huge. My eucalyptus tree must be 50 foot high, I'd say.
Wow.
At least 40 anyway.
That's a big one.
But this is more of a...
It's a bush.
A bush rather than a tree.
It's a bush rather than a tree.
Ooh, so I like the sound of that.
So I really like that idea because, do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a eucalyptus bush anywhere.
So it won't grow as big as my tree?
No, we're not talking massive. We're talking about maybe 3 metres height. A couple of metres spread on here. Eucalyptus, you can trim it back. It's not going to be an issue. So if you want to keep it smaller, you absolutely can. You can keep it in a pot if you want to restrict the size even more. That's not going to be a problem. This is the Eucalyptus gunnii, is how they pronounce that. It's got the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so proven performer, not something you need to worry about at all. It's a relatively fast grower as well, so if you want to be able to fill a space and fill it quickly, this is a plant that you need to get in your collection.
And I'm thinking, because it's a bush rather than a tree, you can grow it in a pot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, I've just noticed the price. That is a really good price at $11.99.
Such a good price.
Do you know what I really like about eucalyptus? You can actually cut the foliage off and put it in with flower displays. So florists often use it, don't they?
They often do. I mean, I keep smelling this because I just love the scent of the eucalyptus.
I know.
Particularly at this time of year when we're starting to get a little bit bunged up, eh? That's great to have.
I really like the sound of this.
I like the sound of this as well. I think I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's evergreen. The leaves are always there, aren't they? It's minimal maintenance. You don't really need to do much to it, but it's always going to look fantastic.
Yeah, and if you want something that's evergreen, that fills a nice big gap in your garden, that's totally low maintenance, that's fast growing, and if you've got a YouGarden, brilliant. Mm-hmm. But it won't grow into a huge 40-foot tree.
I mean, it won't. It really, it's not going to because it's a bush form. So, and listen, I love those big trees. They're absolutely amazing. But this one's a bush form, so this is definitely more for, in your borders, in smaller gardens, more compact spaces, or if you want to, and it would look fantastic as a specimen in a pot.
Yeah, I think so.
It'd look amazing.
But it's only $11.99 as well. And let me just lift that up. That's a big, look at that.
It's a good...
That's a big eucalyptus already, isn't it? Really is. That's the size that you're going to get.
It's nicely established.
Now, we said you could grow it in a pot. If you want the Eucalyptus gunnii, that is 501-055. Don't forget, using that off code, you're going to get £10 worth of free bulbs with that as well, the crocus, 40 crocus. But we were saying it'd look great in a pot, and that would be really nice, wouldn't it?
In there.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll live nicely in there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think you probably need to upgrade the pot at some point, but it definitely do well in there for a couple of years, wouldn't
definitely.
It'd be all right.
But that foliage, that kind of silvery green foliage.
It's got that silvery colour.
Yeah, it looks great against the medley planter, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's got that brushed silver look to it on there as well. That's a really, really good price.
Do you know what?
That's amazing.
We're just checking that double up deal. That is that is accurate.
Is it?
Yeah.
If you
double up on these pots, you can get 2 for $14.98.
Yeah, and these have got the drainage holes in the bottom there as well, and a good amount of drainage, because sometimes you're going to get like 2 or 3 drainage holes in the bottom, don't you? That's really annoying. You have to make more
Sometimes
holes.
It's not enough, yeah.
Yeah, you've got multiple drainage holes in the bottom of there. It is made from UV stabilised, frost-resistant plastic, so it's going to last you for a long time. The wonderful thing about plastic pots is they're much easier to move around the garden. They're not going to crack and break because of, changing weather conditions, and they look absolutely beautiful, don't they?
I really like those.
I love the finish on there. I've got a couple of these actually.
Have you?
I've got planted in these. I think I put some begonias in them, but you can't see the pots at all because the begonias trailed over.
But they're really nice.
They're beautiful.
First time we've had that deal on YouGarden, 130127. Double up and you get 2 for $14.98.
That looks ace in there, doesn't it?
It does, I think it does.
That's a great colour combination.
I think it's lovely.
Really nice.
You might even want to go for 2 eucalyptus as well.
Did we say that before? I just had major deja vu then. Major.
Listen, it's worth saying twice. It is. Right. By the way, if you want to message us, we're live until 4 o'clock today. We're also back tomorrow, so we are here every Wednesday and Thursday, 10 till midday and 2 till 4. And then big news, because the shows have been doing so well, we're going to be live this Sunday, 11 till 2.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So look, if we're really busy on Sunday, we'll be with you. Hopefully, touch wood.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
So you have to tell your friends. You have to come and tune in. Because then we get to be here.
A lot of you said, "Oh, I missed my regular Sunday gardening slot."
Yeah.
So we are going to be live. I mean, we've been playing the best of shows on a Sunday, but we're going to be live this Sunday, 11 till 2.
And we want to be here, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We want to be here.
We want to be here with you every Sunday, yeah. So no heavy partying on Saturday night, Bex.
Oh.
No.
I'll do it on Friday instead.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. No, I've realised I've got a heavy night on Friday night. You're right, but I can recover Saturday.
You can recover Saturday, in on Sunday morning.
And in on Sunday.
It's all good.
Looking fresh
and
good.
good.
So, don't forget, get that code in your basket and you'll get your free crocus and all the other promotions. Now, we're going to move on now to a very, very unusual echinacea called the Green Twister. And it's a brilliant deal. It's buy 1, get 2, absolutely free. So, put 1 in your basket, put the code in and we'll do the rest. We'll put another 2 in for you. Now, I've got quite a few echinacea in my garden, but nothing is going to compete with this.
I love these.
Look at these.
I absolutely adore these. So I've got some of these planted in my garden, but unfortunately I think I put them underneath the tree. They're too shady. I need to get them in the sunshine.
Yeah, you do.
I'm definitely going to plant these out. I'm going to move them. I'm going to plant them somewhere where they're going to get more sun. These are stunning. That magenta, that pink, and then out to the almost kind of lime green, luminous green on the edges is just a stunning colour combination, and those colours get more pronounced with age as well. And you imagine that with the sun shining on it too. It's just going to illuminate. It's going to be absolutely beautiful.
I mean, they're out of this world, aren't they?
They are out of this world. They're known as the cone flower. You can see why when you see that lovely, proud button on the top there. That is what the bees and the butterflies and the wildlife are going to absolutely adore. They're really sturdy as well. Look. You see how rough I'm being with that? You'd think that would all fall apart, but it's not. It's absolutely stunning.
So they are a great landing pad for bees and butterflies.
Wonderful.
They feel very secure on there, I tell you.
Yeah.
They're real.
But they're sturdy stems as well, actually.
They are.
These
Good point.
flowers.
They don't need any supporting or anything like that.
No staking required here. Winter hardy plants comes to you with that guarantee from us here at YouGarden. We'll replace them if they fail to thrive. You just need to cover the postage cost in order to have them replaced.
And again, they'll come back year after year, Bex.
Coming back year after year. And Peter, our head gardener, was telling me that lifetime guarantee is rarely used because, the quality of the plants that we send out is so good, honestly. A lot of the plants are grown here at the nursery. We have really good relationships with, the other suppliers and growers of plants that we buy in. So this one is wonderful for your late summer colour.
Yes.
Sort of, mine are still flowering now. They look absolutely brilliant. The flowers last a long time as well.
And I do think it's really important with your gardens to have,
succession.
Yeah, you don't want it all to look. You don't want it to look great in spring and then look like really awful all summer. Or you don't want it to look great in summer but terrible during the winter. You do want it as Bex.
It's the knack, though, isn't it?
It is. It takes time.
When you learn.
Yeah.
I haven't got there yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, same here. Bits of my garden look great, and bits. I only share the good bits on social media, but I'm going to start showing the bad bits.
Start showing the bad bits.
No, it's important. I've got some. Everyone's like, "Oh, your garden looks lovely." I'm like, "Well, see that bit over there."
Yeah, you should see that bit around the corner.
But a garden is never finished. But it's a wonderful hobby to have, isn't it?
It is. Love it.
But I love the echinacea. Buy one, get two, absolutely free
what a
today.
Deal.
So 3 of those for £9.99. Now, something that my garden's quite new. It's 3 years old, and I've planted buxus in certain areas. I'll be honest, it's been hard work. I've had a bit of problem with certain diseases and things. I bought a couple of buxus balls, and one of them's like, it's no longer a ball, it's what do you call a half a ball?
A semisphere?
Semisphere? I don't know. It's half a ball. Seriously. Half's gone.
I don't know what you call a half a ball.
So, I don't know, but it's half a ball, one of mine.
Maybe
so
I
like buxus, but this, I think, would have been a far better alternative.
Okay.
It does look very similar to buxus.
It's incredibly similar. If we had a buxus to sit next to it, you would barely be able to tell the difference between them. This, we believe, is a really good new alternative to that buxus box hedging, because this is less prone to that disease. Those diseases, the buxus blight, things like that, unfortunately, can make it a problem for you to have buxus. It looks amazing. It's a slightly darker green colour, but only very slightly darker green. Other than that, you really can't tell the difference. It's slightly more vigorous grower than the buxus as well, which is brilliant, because you obviously want that impact. You can grow this into a hedge if you want to, so you can multi-order this and buy 6 of them or 9 of them to create that lovely big hedge, or you can use this as topiary, so you can form the buxus balls, the ilex balls from this, because it will respond really well to being used for topiary as well. If you want to create a hedge, you're going to plant them about 20 centimetres, about 8 inches apart, and then they will grow relatively vigorously and grow into that hedge for you, and obviously respond really beautifully to create that neat trimming. Now,
the multi-buy saving today, 1 for £5.99, but if you want 5 of these, only £19.95. And what I think has been really nice, particularly in the winter, if you want to do lots of big winter pots, you could actually put those in the centre of a winter pot.
Yeah, I love this idea.
Yeah, and then just put your pansy cool wave. That in the centre of a pot would look great. In fact, Bex,
which one? The green one?
Well,
where have we put it?
I think even the small, the little square ones.
Yeah, you've got them there.
Yeah. Just for the winter, but that just like that, to be honest. Just for winter foliage, a little bit of greenery.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or in a bigger pot, you could put it in a bigger pot with some, say, winter pansies, your cool wave around.
Yeah, the cool wave around it look really pretty, won't it?
But I just think, or you could do whole hedges with this, obviously, Bex.
You can create whole hedges, or you can create, you can create the ball from it.
So I could do topiary.
You could do topiary with this, absolutely, yeah. If you want the ball, which is, it's really quite popular, isn't it, at the moment, because it looks very designer, leading and top end. You can do that with this because it will respond beautifully to topiary. And because it is a relatively vigorous grower, it means that you'll get those results quite quickly.
Cool. Right, if you want to go for that offer, it's a multi-buy today, 500189. Put 5 in your basket and you get them for just under £4 each.
Amazing.
Which is incredible. And look, postage is included in those as well. So you imagine we're going to send you all 5 of those for £19.95. How's your juice, Bex?
Good, sorry.
Good. That's
all right. Drink there.
You like to drink. Yeah.
We do a lot of talking, don't we?
We do.
And then I go home and my kids want to talk to me and I'm like, I'm done.
I know.
Don't talk to me. I've been talking all day long. I don't really. I have to talk to him.
Yeah, I'll just nod. Right, we've got, by the way, it's been busy in terms of orders, but we've not had many messages.
I know, message us. We want to know what you're doing
I'm
in your
Shaun.
garden.
I'm not too scary. Well, I am in the morning, but that's different. This is our lovely Bex. But yeah, if you've got any comments. Oh, Irene said, oops, I've done it again.
Well done,
Good
Irene.
Brittany line that one. Oops, I've done it again.
Good girl, well done.
Yes, look. we've got so many great deals. It's
nothing wrong with buying plants.
There's not.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
It's a good thing to buy. You know, they're going to give you loads of pleasure and loads of joy. And next week's going to be really good weather-wise. Let me just check. It's still good.
It is. I think it's going to be up to like 20, 22, isn't it?
I'm just
going to have some good weather.
Just checking now. What is it going to be?
He's looking. No internet.
I've got it on silent. I bet.
No internet.
That's right. I've turned it off. But it was about, so we've just checked actually in the gallery, 22 degrees next week.
Yeah, lovely.
Brilliant. Yes, I'll be back in my shorts. Right, we've got some new items for you now. We have got these Ulster Dwarf Blue, the Veronica.
Oh, yes.
Now, these are new, aren't they?
Well, these are new to us this week. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is a variety of Speedwell. We adore. Look at these spikes of flowers that you get here, and then they're topped with these lovely kind of green bits on the top as well. But this is a dwarf blue variety. Okay, so we're not talking massive plants. We're talking about 30 by 30 centimetres. This is going to be wonderful for the front of borders. Oh, you can put them into pots quite happily. In fact, the pack of 10 pots, this would be wonderful. You could use some of those to put those in as well. One in each of those pots will look stunning.
And these, Bex, these are fast growing, aren't they?
Fast growing, vigorous plants, absolutely. So if you want to fill gaps, fill spaces, this is definitely a plant that you can use to do that.
And if you've got areas that are full of weeds, you know, weeds will only grow where there's a gap.
Yes, so that's right. Fill those gaps with this. Look at the bee on there. They're going to absolutely love these. Yeah, they're a herbaceous perennial, so they will die back down, down to the ground, but they will spring into life for you. They're a long-lived perennial too. And as I say, they are vigorous, so you will be able to propagate. You'll be able to divide the clumps that form from this and then fill other gaps in your borders or in pots and things or give them away as presents. I think these are really, really lovely. And they're going to be, they're vibrant. The colour that you get from those with that green top on them is incredible.
Yeah, I'm very because I've got quite a few big gaps in my garden still, so I'm very tempted to go for those. The RRP, by the way, is nearly £30, but if you buy them today, you will save £15.
Oh yeah, it's half price, isn't it? Basically,
we've got some amazing deals today.
Really
on
good.
YouGarden TV as well. By the way, can I just say a big thank you to all of our new club members because. We are getting so many of you joining the club. It makes perfect sense. So if you're putting a basket together, you will get a little reminder. It will say club saving. And, honestly, if you join the club today, £5 for the year, normally £20, £5 on auto renewal. You can cancel at the end of the year. That's not a problem. But you get 10% off all the plants, all the compost orders, loads of other things, and you even get sent £20 worth of vouchers that you can spend, one every 3 months. So you get it's almost like having £20 worth of cash back, and you can spend that £5 every 3 months. So honestly, the club is great, and it's lovely to see all those extra discounts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. And the thing is, it's going to pay for itself almost instantly.
Yeah,
but if you think about that over the year, particularly if you're a regular shopper, that's really going to start to add up.
You only have to buy 2 lots of compost and you got your £5 back.
Yeah.
So that's it. So I would do that today. Most people are joining the club. Loads of new members today. But I love it. I joined when I first started working here, and it was only £5 as it is today for that auto renewal subscription. You could go for the other one, which is a 1-year membership, but you get exactly the same benefits. The only difference is the auto renewal will renew every year unless you stop it. But you can just give us a call, and we will say cancel that. But honestly, you'll love being in the club. You get 10% off every plant and accessory, including compost. 5% off every outdoor living and gift order. There's loads on our website. £20 worth of garden vouchers to use throughout the year, and exclusive offers, competitions, and expert advice as well. So thank you. We get loads of new club members, and it makes sense. We are a gardening community, and we want you to save money every single time you shop with us. Now, I got this a few weeks ago. I'll be honest, I've put this in a pot only because I live in a very exposed garden, and in the winter you can get quite strong winds. So I'm just thought for the first year I'll put it in a pot, then I can move it around, keep it sheltered. but I just couldn't resist it. I've never seen anything quite like this, Bex.
I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
It
A pride of Madeira. Look at the size of this as well. Just lifting that up so you can see the pot as well. It's a really well established. It's an overwintered plant, so it's ready for it to flower for you in its first year next year. And next year, around sort of April, May time, you are going to get the most dramatic display from this, because out of these leaves, that is what you're going to get. These tall spires of beautiful kind of bluey purple flowers coming up here, reaching about 1.5 meters in height. This thing is going to reach. This is a big plant, 1.5 meters height, 1.5 meters spread. So if you're planting into your borders, you're definitely going to want to go for the back end of the border. Sunny spot. This is going to want as much sun as you can provide it. Okay. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so proven performer in our gardens. It's not one that, I mean, it probably looks like a tricky plant, one that you would need loads of experience. The Royal Horticultural Society have said this is a proven performer. So I think this is something that, you know, gardeners of all levels of experience are not going to have to worry about. It's half hardy, I think, is what we call this one.
Yeah, it's about -5.
About -5, yeah. So I think what you've done is absolutely clever. Put it in a pot now. Look after it.
I mean, there have been winters, you know, in the past.
Yeah, we've had mild winters.
Yeah, we get no frost whatsoever, but I'm just playing it safe. But next year, I will probably put it in the border, and I want it to really take centre stage.
It's important too, because it's a biennial, it's a short-lived perennial, but it self-seeds prolifically, okay? Right. So once you've planted this, unless you get a really harsh winter where you haven't looked after it, you should never really have to plant another one.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
It self-seeds.
At this price, and it has been a top seller, it's really great value as well. I'd love you to try, you know.
Amazing
I always want to be, as a gardener, I want to try new things. I want excitement in my garden, and there's nothing that I've ever seen that's quite as dramatic. Those flowers you were saying can be about 1 metre tall.
Yeah, in total we're talking about 1.5 meters height from this. So I think if you think this is the height of the plant, you're going to potentially up to 1 metre just from the spikes of flower.
Love those.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing price on that at $14.99. And I will say it again, postage. You will pay postage on this one of $6.99, but that will uncover your entire order. So if you put together a big order, to put everything that you want and get your compost, get your echin, whatever, but do it all in one go, and you'll only pay one postage. Whatever the highest postage is, that will cover the entire order, which is brilliant. And I'm going to say it again, loads are using the code YGTV38. That gives you all of the offers, but it will also make sure you get your free crocus worth $9.99. That's with every single order on today's live show. 40 bulbs there worth a tenner with every single order. Right, these have been really popular stocks, haven't they?
Oh yeah, but I mean, look,
I'm not surprised.
They're beautiful. Look at the colour mix that you're getting in here. It is, I think it's a designer collection that you're getting here with that colour mix. The regal purple, the beautiful lilac, the blush pink, the vintage white that you're getting.
Gorgeous.
It's definitely, it feels high end, it feels, as I say, designer, absolutely. Yeah. We love stocks because of the smell. It is just the most beautiful aroma. This particular variety is a more compact version. We're talking about 30, maybe 40 centimetres in height, same on the spread that you're getting here. And we're going to give you that double up deal included too. Wonderful in your borders, excellent in your pots, winter hardy plant, and now is the time to plant them, because what these are going to, they're going to give you amazing colour next year, May, June, July, August, September. By planting them now, you're getting a head start. Yeah. If you wait until later, if you wait until next year, you're then potentially going to get later flowering. We want the flowers to last as long as possible.
And they are a hardy annual.
They
so
are.
As Bex was saying, they'll be fine throughout the winter, but you get even more colour next year. They are gorgeous, aren't they?
They're really pretty.
Love those.
And they're naturally kind of sturdy, and they're really densely packed kind of flowers that you get from those. But they're naturally sturdy, free-flowering, bushy plants that you get here. Yeah, densely packed flowers.
They're one of our top recommendations today, 410015. Hello, by the way, to those of you that have just joined us. Thank you for finding YouGarden TV. We're just into our 5th week now, and every week
having a great time.
Busy and busy. Yeah, we're having a lovely time. Yeah, we're one of the few people I know that actually like our jobs. I'm very lucky.
What is it? Find a job you love, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Oh yes, very true. It's very true. But there's one plant that we would really like everybody to get. Everybody. And it is our plant of the week, our Pansy Cool Wave. So we did have a Pansy Cool Wave when we first started the shows about 4 or 5 weeks ago. It's completely sold out. First time we've had Pansy Cool Wave back today, and it has been the top seller by far. If you buy 10 plants, you will get another 10 absolutely free, but you've got to use the code YGTV38. So there are pansies and there's pansies, and I love pansies, but I don't know any pansy that delivers like this one does. I really don't.
Absolutely, no. We think it is the best trailing pansy ever, and for a few reasons. Yeah. First of all, yes, it is trailing. It's not going to trail great, 3 feet or anything, but we are talking about 40 centimetres trail on here.
It gently cascades over the edge of baskets and pots. But what amazes me, Bex, is just how it continues flowering, and it produces so many flowers.
So it's free flowering, it just keeps flowering. Yes, you can deadhead it to encourage more. I haven't in the past, to be honest, and it just keeps going. You think it's better if you do, don't you? You'll get more flowers.
I mean, don't spend your life deadheading.
No. I quite like the job of deadheading, actually. It's quite an enjoyable job.
I'm going to deadhead there, sorry.
That's it. That's all you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to take that off as well.
Literally it. But that'll encourage more and more flowers to come through. And you're going to get 9 months worth of colour out of this. So all the way through, from now, all the way through until May next year, you'll get that kind of glorious display of colour.
Do you know what we need to do? And we'll do it, during some of our lunch breaks. We will plant some of these up.
Yes.
And we've got easy fill baskets, we've got loads of pots, but honestly, I've planted some of these at home and I'll bring them in. I brought some in today actually, but I'm not the potter in the car. But honestly, you will be amazed at how these deliver month after month, 9 months of flowering, thousands of flowers, just covering your hanging baskets and your winter pots.
I'm going to plant mine, so I've got some. It's the other variety that we've got, but I bought the little pro plugs, but they're the pansies. The trailing ones.
Yes, they're the ones you bought, yeah.
The G Pro or something. Anyway, I'm growing those on and I'm going to put them into, the easy fill hanging baskets that we do, the ones with the lattice edges. So it's not just the top, but you can plant them so they're coming out the sides. That's where mine are going to go.
Very good.
So in a couple of weeks, once I've grown them on a little bit, they're going to go. But with these ones, these are garden ready. So you can put these into your pots and baskets right now. There's no growing on required.
And this is the deal today. But think about this, right? You're going to pay $14.99. Postage is included. They are going really quickly, just to warn you. They were a top seller today. But you'll also get your free crocus worth $9.99. So you're going to get 2 trays of those, 40 bulbs, all delivered to your home for $14.99, which is amazing. And if you're a club member, you'd get them for about $13.50, wouldn't you? So, we've put loads in our basket because we like shopping, but we put one in and then we got the free one because we put the offer code in. The stocks, you need to put 2 in to get the offer. We've done that. We also put in the lavender. We got a free one because we got the offer code in there. Echinacea was buy one, get 2 free, so they're in there as well. It's amazing, isn't it? The Astrantia is a double up deal, so we put 2 in and got them for $9.99. And we've got the free crocus in there. So we are saving nearly £80 on that order. And look, there's a little reminder there, save a further £6.90, become a YouGarden Discount Club member. So add to basket, and there you go. Only costs £5, and we've now saved, look at that, $88.53. So, there are loads of ways of saving even more money here on YouGarden TV. Been lovely that so many of you, are watching today, and we are back, tomorrow, same times, 10 till 12, 2 till 4, and now live on a Sunday. That trial this Sunday, 11 till 2. If it's busy, you'll see more of us on a Sunday. If it's not busy, you won't. I'm putting it.
It's with you guys, yeah. You
Although
have to
still
tune
have
in.
the best of shows, but we're going to be live this Sunday.
We want to be here live, don't we? We do actually want to spend our Sundays here.
Yeah, we do, with you, because you've missed us on the Sunday, I know. Right, this is our hibiscus that we have got for you next. Marina, you have loved this, and Well, I know you bought this a couple of weeks ago.
I adore this. I fell in love with this. There is something about that mix of colour, about how tropical and exotic these flowers actually look. I'm amazed that we can grow something that looks this tropical, that looks this exotic here in the UK, that this is a winter hardy plant. I'm just absolutely blown away by that. There are other varieties of hibiscus that are not hardy. This one is, though. We can grow this one in the UK. It's incredible. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. That colour is just stunning. That crimson blue with that white stamen coming out and those purpley flowers. I think that is just the best colour mix.
It's one of the most beautiful hibiscus we've ever seen.
I think it's gorgeous.
Do you know, blue, actually, when you think about it, it's quite a rare colour in the gardens.
I know, it is more blue, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know.
It's like a blue. Yeah, it is. It's a bluey purple.
And it says it was
really unusual.
Sunny spot is you're going to want from this. If you want to put it part shade, go for it, but you won't get as many flowers. And it's all about those flowers on this, okay? Because it is a deciduous plant. It's going to drop its leaves.
Don't worry, we'll go to just twigs in the winter, but it will burst back with leaves and flowers.
It can be a bit late coming back with its leaves.
Yeah.
It can be sort of May time, April, before the leaves will come back on. So don't worry about that at all.
You're so right. My mum's got these in her garden. And every year it's like, I think I've lost my hibiscus.
It's dead.
Like, no, Mum, it's just,
it's a late one.
And they are late flowering, so now is the time. They do flower late summer,
but it's
early
going to get covered in there as well. And if you want to encourage the kind of bushy habit, you want to give it a prune and a trim back in springtime, basically, and that'll encourage it to be even more bushy. The more bushy it is, the better the flower power will be on here.
That is, honestly, I
can't wait.
It's amazing. It really is. And they don't need lots of fuss and attention. As Bex said, sunny spot is best. My mum's is in really quite poor soil, but hibiscus naturally in quite poor soil, so you don't have to fuss it too much.
You don't have to fuss it too much. Give it a good feed, I would recommend, throughout the summer, but I would say that with every flowering plant that you've got. If you want more flowers, more flower power, then your blooming
blooming fast.
What he said is the way to go.
We help each other out, have you noticed? But that has been a top seller today, $14.99. Don't forget, it's one postage per order. Whatever the highest postage is, normally for the biggest item, that will cover your entire order. But well done to everyone that's got that. That's a really good buy today. Really
Love
good
that
buy.
one.
Highly recommend that one. 500078. Now, also, it is, of course, bulb planting season. You will get your free crocus with every order when you put in YGTV38. I know I've told you that several times, but just in case you forget, like I did. But it is bulb planting season, and we have got the Narcissus Trumpet Yellow coming up next. The absolute classic.
It is a classic, isn't it?
It is.
You can't go wrong with this at all. Narcissus Trumpet Yellow. It is the yellow of the daffodil. I think this is the queen of the daffodil world.
It's an iconic daffodil,
It is, absolutely. And we always used to get daffodils for Mother's Day. Because they were always the little bunch of flowers you'd give for Mother's Day. These are going to burst into life for you. They're like March, April time, aren't they? These start coming up through the ground.
Yeah, I mean, again, depends on
depends where you are.
That's a normal time. And in 10 years' time, we might be saying, "Oh, you get daffs in January." Who knows? But I know. Traditionally March, Mother's Day. That's the time for daffs.
Absolutely. And these are just classic, bright, gorgeous. They're incredibly good quality bulbs. These are all quality controlled and checked so that you're getting perfect bulbs. There's none in here that are going to be, mushy or anything like that.
Because they're not going to flower. I'm not going to put it.
And they're a really big size as well.
Sometimes you might think you're getting a bargain. But when you open, you buy some bulbs, but when you open up, you find out that some of them are too small to flower, some are a bit mushy.
Sometimes there's a reason they're a bargain, isn't there?
But these are really great quality, size 12 to 14, you can see there.
Yeah.
And everyone has got the embryo of a daffodil in there, a nice-sized daffodil in there.
And look at that sea of yellow as well. Planted like that is incredible. And obviously these naturalise over the years as well. So once you plant them, they will multiply and get bigger and better displays for you. They grow freely, don't they, in the wild? I love it when you see them growing up against walls, outside people's houses. And it's just sunshine. It's just
And if you've ever been,
happiness.
I'm from the city of York, and if you've ever been to York, around the Bar Walls, in springtime, they're literally covered in daffodils and they look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
As a child on the bus going into York, I was like, oh my word, I always loved them. Really.
Yeah.
So anyway, easy to grow, easy peasy.
You just need to plant them and leave them, to be honest. There's not much you need to do with those.
Yeah, you will forget where you've planted them probably.
I always do. I always see little shoots poking up in the spring and I'm like, I don't know what I planted there.
I always forget what colours I'm like,
I don't know.
But it's they are like hidden gems, and when they flower, you will love these. Postage is included 600172. But what we're going to do, because we are rapidly running out of time, we've got about 15 minutes or so on the show. They go quickly, these shows, don't we? So let's remind you of some of the highlights that we've had on YouGarden TV live this Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for joining us. So the Astrantia have been really popular. These are the sparkling stars in the red. They are herbaceous perennials, so they'll come back year after year. They'll die down in the winter. They produce these lovely stems, about 60, 70 centimetres of absolutely gorgeous flowers. Really like this. And they're big plants. They will come in a 17 centimetre pot, so they are really nice big plants. Then we had the Coreopsis. These are lovely. They look quite delicate, so they're not, the stems and things are not thick, so the foliage is delicate. We were saying these would go great if you got Verbena barensis, together, the vena at the back, these at the front. They remind me a little bit of Cosmos in terms of the foliage, but they are obviously perennial. They are called the Moonbeam variety, and do you know what? You get 3 of those for only £14.97, saving £15, and postage is included as well. A very special Agapanthus was next, and it's called Fireworks. Now, first of all, it's a little bit more compact than some of the other varieties out there. So it grows about 60 centimetres maybe, so not a metre or anything like that. The flowers, and you've probably seen, I've got the traditional Agapanthus in my garden. These are white with almost like a painting of bluey purple. Honestly, they are absolutely amazing to look at. They really are. They like a sunny spot. They like their roots to be hugged, so they'd be fine in a pot or surrounded by other plants in your beds and border. Don't put them in a big open wide space. They just like to feel loved. They like to have other plants around them. 561028. Then you've just seen it, the absolutely breathtaking Hibiscus Marina, been a true favourite today, in the top 5, this one. And they are fully hardy, so down to at least -10. They will flower late summer, early autumn. They like a sunny spot. That is pretty much it. Don't panic when they will lose leaves in winter, and as Bex said, they sometimes are quite slow regrowing. So they won't be one of the first shrubs to sprout in your garden, but they will come back. They are fully hardy, and you'll get this mass of flowers in late summer and early autumn. 500078. Now, we've got some great bulbs on our website, but come on. What about these? These are our doubles. These are light peonies, they really are. And not only are you going to get double pink tulips, we have got a double up deal for you. So £9.99 for 20, or if you want to go for 40, and why wouldn't you? You can get this for just £14.98. They are so pretty. They really, really are. And then we also had one of my favourite evergreen shrubs, which is the Choicea. Really like these for so many different reasons. First of all, the Choicea produces these flowers. They're really pretty. You get loads of them. So, the shrub will be covered in these, and they smell of orange, Mexican orange. So the scent is adorable. The flowers are beautiful. It's a fairly slow growing shrub, so it's not going to take over. It's well behaved, is this one, and I think it grows very neatly. I think Choicea in general do form really nice natural shapes. Obviously you can prune them, but they do tend to grow in a really, really nice manner. Now, the value there, and a lot of garden designers say plant in 3s, you're going to get 3 of those for £14.97, and that is 511457, saving £15 on today's show. Now, as a child, I remember buying a pampas grass that was about that tall from a bring and buy sale, and we planted it in the front of our garden, and it absolutely looked magnificent. It took a few years to get there, but it looked magnificent. Now, I bought a pampas from YouGarden 2 years ago. Didn't do a lot last year. This year, look at that. Honestly, I love it. Look at it. But the only thing is, I took that first thing this morning, so I do look at. I look rough. I know I look rough, but look at that pampas.
I love
so
that.
I love it, but do you know what? I'm going to buy this as well because I've got room around the other side. But the reason why I want to buy this, it's pink, isn't it?
It's a pink pampas.
Oh my word!
Look at it.
I feel like I'm going to a carnival.
I mean, you could be with that, couldn't you? I think this is absolutely stunning. Now,
I do.
Pampas at the moment, it's got those, it's out now. The feathery plumes, you will see them all over the place. July, August, September, October, that's where you see these gorgeous, tall, feathery plumes coming up. I was driving to work this morning and we were driving out all the way and I saw loads of Pampas, but I did not see one that is pink like this. This is absolutely beautiful.
And we should show the size. These are honestly the value. These are going in my basket today. I'm not just saying that they are.
Mine's come out of its pot.
I tell you, you can show off the roots though.
That's fine. Look at those. Good quality plant we're talking here. Healthy, strong root system, ready to plant out.
Now, they will, look, if you've got an absolutely, a small balcony or a little courtyard garden, you might not want a pampas because these will grow big. You can control them in pots, obviously.
You can, yeah.
But honestly, if you've got the space for it, these are magnificent. And they're easy. I'm not being funny, but you get the foliage all year round.
I want to make space.
They do like full sun. Mine sulked a bit last year. Didn't do a lot, and it did. It was like I'm not going to do anything.
They do sulk sometimes.
You put me in the wrong spot, But this year I moved it early springtime, where it is now, and it's just thrived. You saw it. I've got 13 plumes, and do you know what? The plumes that you get on these, if you dry them out, they will make the most amazing dried displays. That's my look at it. That's 2 years old, and look at it.
It's amazing, honestly. I mean, this can reach up to 2.5 meters in height. It can spread that much as well. You can prune these back, though. You can trim them back, but I think you want to let it. You want it to get big and glorious, don't you?
And they are. Look at this. These are the pink ones.
Look at that.
Yeah. If you're thinking three's too many, you could
share them.
Yeah.
Do you need 3, Shaun?
Do you know what? Because I've got one already, I'm happy with another 2, and you could have the other, couldn't you?
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Go on. Seeing as I love you. No, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. But this is, right, so this is a really clever way of shopping, okay? Because you get amazing prices, amazing deals. Yeah. But sometimes you don't want all of them. Right. Share them. Split the cost.
Can I just check? Is postage definitely included on this? Because these are going to be in a big box. I know the box these will come in. You do.
Yes.
It'll be like that.
They'll probably be tied.
They might.
I imagine they will tie these.
They might be like that.
Or maybe they will do that. They sometimes do that with them.
But whatever.
But then you'll let it go like that.
Yeah, that's there's 3 big plants to get with postage included. That price seems wrong to me, honestly. Anyway, so that's how you're going to get them.
Yes.
You're going to get them like this, 3 of them, delivery free of charge. If 3's too many, then split them with a friend like I'm going to do. Or you could plant them in this big planter that we've got here.
You could.
This is the Hendrix. I don't think we've ever had a planter as big as this.
I don't think we have. It is a big planter. What were we saying? 17-inch square. If I can just turn it around so you can see.
Yeah,
look at the size of that. It's really big. It's really beautiful. I think this is a statement. If you're going to buy 2 of them because you want a pair of something, maybe you've bought some of the. We had a bay tree standard on earlier.
The oleander would look good in this.
The palms on here. The what? Sorry.
Oleander would look good.
The oleander. that would look amazing in this.
That would look
but
great.
yeah, if you go for 2 of these, to have these either side of your doorway, I think that'll really, I mean, you know, we often talk about curb appeal, don't we, with houses. That'll elevate the curb appeal. Absolutely stunning. It's made of plastic. It is frost resistant, UV stabilized, which means that it's not going to crack and break. That's the wonderful thing about these plastic ones. Obviously, it means they're more lightweight, easier for you to maneuver around your garden. Obviously, with a pot this big, though, once it's filled with compost, it's going to be heavy.
Yeah.
But if it was a big ceramic one, it'd be even heavier, wouldn't it?
But the Pampas would do really well in there.
It would.
Yeah. I mean,
I think one of those in there, that would be perfect.
One would fill that up in a couple of years. It really would. It really would. Right. If you want our pink Pampas, and it is gorgeous. I've never seen anything quite like that. I am ordering that, and I will give Bex one. We'll have a bit of competition. Who does the best with it? That's the deal. 561 155. Postage is included. And if you want your garden to be low maintenance, that will fill up a massive area, and you won't really have to do much with it at all. But just put it in a sunny spot. Right, we are heading towards the end of our show. And hello to Helen's watching right now.
Hi, Helen.
Loads of you actually streamed today, but you can
it's been really busy.
If you maybe just joined us and you missed the show, the shows always go on YouTube 24 hours later, but also on the YouGarden website, yougarden.com. Stu, how quickly do they normally go on there? Within what, on our website? So this morning's show would probably be on our website by the end of the day. So you can always watch us on Catch Up on our website or on YouTube as well. Lovely. Right, we've also got gorgeous.
I love this.
Heleniums next, haven't we?
I mean, I sort of put this in the family of the Echinacea.
Yes.
Because it's just got that wonderful kind of drooping effect to the petals of the flowers on here. But it's the outline that you get on the flowers here as well. So you get this gorgeous kind of orangey red colour that's then got this outline of kind of yellow on there as well, which really makes it stand out. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, when you see the images of these, and they're big plants.
Tall.
So we're saying these could get to what, about 1 metre high?
They could get up to 1 metre high, you know, between 70 centimetres up to 1 metre tall.
So back of the border.
Back of the border, I would definitely suggest is what you want from these. June, July, August, September, October, you can see the buds on here. This is the flowering season for this. So you're getting summer colour, but you're also getting late summer and into that early autumn. So this is fantastic for you to have if you're looking at that successional planting. Where your summer flowers are starting. Yeah, that's what I mean. Look at that.
Yeah, love them.
Where your summer flowers are starting to fade, this one is really in its element. It's absolutely beautiful.
And you know, I've watched so many gardening programmes and people that we follow on Instagram, and you know, I want my beds and borders to be full of colour.
I do.
And I want those, you know, those deep borders with height like this.
Absolutely. And this one is going to be a proven performer for you.
But even if you've got a small garden and you just want to make it easy, you know, having perennials like this that come back year after year, it makes it easy, doesn't it?
It does. It makes life so easy. The Royal Horticultural Society have given this their award of garden merit. So proven performer, plant with confidence. It's not one that you're going to need to worry about at all, but it's going to give you that gorgeous beauty every single year with that stunning colour mix that you get.
Haven't we had some great plants on today's show?
And this is going to form clumps for you as well. So it is a clump forming plant. You're going to divide it every 2 to 3 years, or just, you know what, leave it in its clumps. Let it create that lovely mass, that sea of colour. Bees and butterflies are going to absolutely adore this. You can see with that big button on the top there that gradually turns yellow with the you know, it's so pretty.
Right, also, just before we run out of time, we've got about 4 minutes left apparently, the Coreopsis,
I love that.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So I love the foliage because it's quite delicate.
It's really fine and feathery.
We call this one the moonbeam, but look at these flowers.
I know, they're really pretty. It looks like, when you see it, it's almost floating on the foliage. So you get that lovely, and quite upright. You know, considering it's so fine and feathery, it's amazing that it's so upright. But then those flowers look like they've just been placed on there. They're almost like little butterflies that have landed on it.
So again, it is a perennial that will come back year after year.
It is.
Flowers up to, we're in September now.
It's still flowering. So you'll get this June all the way through summer, September, maybe even if you're lucky into into October time as well. I think it's easy to grow, perennial, winter hardy, loves a bit of sunshine, pots and borders, not a problem on either of those. It's just an easy one, low maintenance, drought tolerant plant.
And we're saying front to middle of the border,
yes,
because of its height.
40, 50 centimetres.
Yeah. But say if you've got, I've got some Verbena Barensis.
Oh, I think that's a good idea.
And that'd be great with that purple and yellow. I think it'd look really good.
Lovely.
So you are going to get on those. Don't forget 3, saving £15 with postage included.
And it's 3 pots, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you get 3.
3 of those.
Less than £5 a plant. If you're a club member, you get 10% off that as well. Don't forget. Right. Don't forget, I know lots of you will order after the show. Make sure YGTV 38 needs to be in your basket because that will unlock all the offers. If you don't put it in, you won't get all the offers and you won't get your free crocus worth $9.99. So you do need to put that code in when you're ordering off the TV shows. I forgot one of my orders and I was so, honestly, annoyed with myself. I was like, what a fool. You know, you tell all the viewers to put the code in and
you've forgotten to do it.
I'd had a glass of wine and it was late. So, yeah. So when the order confirmation came through, I was like, right, quickly. Okay. The stocks.
Stocks, slightly more compact version of your stocks, only reaching about 30 centimetres in height, 30 centimetre spread. Perfect time to plant them now, giving you amazing colour right the way through from sort of May time next year, all the way through the summer into September. It's your hardy annual, and it's really important you get these in the ground now because they will establish and get really strong root systems to give you earlier flowering, longer flowering, beautiful flowers next year. We love stocks because of their gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance, and these will work brilliantly in your pots, in your borders. You know, sunniest position you can find though. Cut flower is amazing too because of that gorgeous scent, so bring that scent indoors.
Love the colour part on those, and they are, of course, a hardy
you're right.
annual. Right, we've got to leave you the details. Just move over there, Pampers. We've got to leave you the details of our incredible, it won't budge, plant of the month. Loads of you are still ordering these. So we sold out of the Pansicule Wave when we first started the shows 4 or 5 weeks ago. First time we've had it back.
Yeah.
Different colour palette. Gorgeous yellows, purples and mauves. Don't forget, these will flower up to 9 months of the year. They are prolific flowers. They will gently trail. They are the easiest pansies to grow that give you the best results, I believe.
Yeah, they really do. We're talking about 40 by 40 centimetre for each of these plants here. So gently tumbling over the edges of your baskets. Great for in your, pots. Great for in your hanging baskets as well. Winter hardy down to -25. Not one you need to worry about. Just gorgeous colour for 9 months over some of the darkest, dullest, most horrible days over the winter.
And don't forget, if you put the code in your basket, you'll get 10 free. So buy 10, get 10 free for $14.99. Postage is included as well. So I hope that keep ordering after the hour. They are a must-have. They really, really are. We are back tomorrow, 10 till midday, 2 till 4, and then we're doing our first live show on Sunday, 11 till 2.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Come and join us.
And all different plants and products on every show. So every show will be different. Bex, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Don't forget your code. Get your free crocus.
Yeah, and thank you so much to each and every one of you. We love you, don't we, Bex? We do, seriously. See you soon.